it's time for another edition of the Thought Project, just so you know. I hope you're all doing well. I would like to note that I did a couple episodes recently in a two-piece at the beach, which was interesting because they got a lot more viewers, at least for the first one I was on the beach. Interestingly, the second one had a fair number of viewers and not have quite the same amount of viewership and reactions that the other one did. I'd be curious to know why. I think it has something to do with the time of week that it was released. The other video was done on Thursday evening, which is a peak time for people to be viewing videos and enjoying media, whereas the other video came out Saturday evening when a lot of people were probably already out with friends or, busy reading a good book, or I don't know, maybe you were out at the beach yourself. Anyways, so, but I think that those were like the two most successful episodes so far. I'll have to look it up. There might have been one or two more that were more successful, especially around the holidays. So you got really excited about some of my holiday videos as well, which talk more about resilience and overcoming life events, and had holiday singing, which is always really fun. Today I'm just going to go through a few really quick topics, like three, and there's the third topic is actually going to be an announcement. It's just some positive news, and so if you're a follower of the channel, I thank you for your following, and I'll have other requests to make when we're done. So we're going to go through a couple of popular or pop topics right now. Has anyone noticed that there's been a lot of almost bipolar behavior on the part of Russia as far as the Russian conflict in Ukraine? I mean, there's been all these issues with the leak, and then, it turns out that now because of the leak, we all know that there's been U.S. military and the Air Force has actually already been in Ukraine, which most people already know if they actually follow the issues or informed, but nobody's really been talking about. And then there's the fact that one of the Russian leaders came up recently, I think it was yesterday, to say that he was really desperate for them to end the conflict with Ukraine, especially after Ukraine got in a number of drone hits which knocked out power in Russia. That makes sense. That's a very logical person. That guy, he's a thinker. He's a smart one. But then Putin came out today and was back to talking about wanting to dominate the world. Sounds like a country that's kind of heading in two completely different directions, right? It seems like it's just heading in, like Putin's crazy. And the other people are just trying to figure out what to do about him. Because he's clearly going to get their entire power grid knocked out. So, anyways, what's this with Elon Musk saying he wants to halt all AI development? AI is a tricky topic. I feel like I've been drawn into more philosophical discussions on AI in the last 20 years than anyone could ever imagine. Obviously, not everything ends with, Terminator, dangerous droids that want to kill people. But my thought always on AI, and this has literally been a consistent thought for me over the last 20 years, is that a machine is never going to do it as well as a person. At least not an intelligent, competent person. Because machines break down. Machines can be hacked by other people and by other AI systems. And a dependence on AI is dangerous because it causes people to become dependent. And I believe that about, your mental health, your physical health, your job. I believe it in everything. It's very important to always keep up your own self and to be independent and to never be totally dependent on technology or machines to survive. And if AI development would cause humans to become too dependent, which maybe some people would argue they already are in some cases, more developed countries, that's not a good thing. But there have been cases of AI bots that have been created that just, there was an incident with Google where they created two that went off and they just started talking to each other. And it sounds hilarious that they went off and, made their own secret, chat room to hang out like they were friends. But it's also kind of scary that they actually disappeared from where you could find them for a while just so they could go play. Robots playing. Somebody had, written that other code and they followed it. So, but, I'm very much a supporter of technology and the development of technology, and have always, used it myself. And at the same time, always focused on things like, functional fitness and personal development. I am going to sing today. The reason for doing the songs and part of the Thought Project was because I went through a long period of extortion and also did a lot of research and investigations as a result, and found out a lot of material that I want to share and sort of parse out through a series of videos. I want to talk about resilience and health and what that all means as well. And, images, likeness, voice, video game plots, movie plots, acting. I mean, there's some cases where some business plans were used. I never got paid. And I couldn't go to medical school because of it, and I couldn't go to nursing school because of it. It was just terrible. But I'm doing an account of my life today, and moving on. I did work for 5 years in home health and did take a nursing assistant class in Virginia, and that was cool. I have no idea where it goes next or what even happens next at this point. Everything is always really fluid and changing. I feel like the pandemic's really changed everything too for all of us. So I can never tell you what the future might hold for me or anyone else, really. I only know that it's important to be really upbeat about the fact that life is very changeable and everything is always on the move. And we change our whole lives from birth to death. You know, it's just how it is. So, I do have a very exciting announcement, though. Yours truly has been entered into and actually been accepted into the Hers Magazine Miss Health and Fitness competition for the cover of the magazine. You've seen a few pictures of me in my two-piece, so you can imagine I'm somebody who would actually fit in a competition like that. 42-year-old woman who makes fitness a daily part of her life. And my platform is functional fitness, which is what I've always focused on no matter what size I was. I mean, I've been a size 12 and been the woman at yoga classes working out and just, you know, working away. I remember back when I lived in Arlington, I lived in Clarendon, where there were a lot of like buff people, a lot of really buff, thin women who didn't work out too much. And then there was me who was working out like an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, just wanting to be fit. And I had a number of injuries to recover from, and I would go to yoga. And when I first started going to yoga, I just thought, this is so ridiculous. You know, but I'm here to work on my core. And one of the teachers said, she said, literally in the class, she said, don't worry about all of it. You know, you see people doing these fancy moves and you think you never get there. The truth is with yoga, you just keep doing it day by day and you will do it. Your body will just naturally do it. And she was right. Within a very short time, I was able to do not just downward dog poses with comfort, but I was eventually able to learn how to do something called wild thing or flipping the dog. And I can still do that today. But it's just a really fun little posture where, you know, you do downward dog and then you do a little flip. It's fun. Anyways, but I'm entering the competition. Voting starts May 1st, so you have time to gear up. I'll be giving you links here to the YouTube channel, and hopefully you will go ahead and vote for me for that. Today's song is going to be Arcade. I'm not sure if most people know of it, but it's kind of a fun song. It's a little sad, but I think it's a good song, though. I think it's a good one for today because I enjoy singing it, so. But it's like one of those almost Irish sad songs. It's the only way I could think of it. But here we go. A broken heart is all that's left. I'm still fixing all the cracks. Lost a couple of pieces when I carried it home. I'm afraid of all I am. My mind feels like a foreign land. Silence me inside my head. Please carry me home. I've spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. A small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. Oh, oh, all I know is loving you is a losing game. Do you love me not? Giving pieces from my heart. Tomorrow's coming and has gone. Still I carried on. Oh, oh, all I know is loving you is a losing game. I'm a little okay, but I'm gonna keep going. Oh, oh, all I know is loving you is a losing game. I don't need your games, game over. Get me off this roller coaster. Oh, oh, all I know is loving you is a losing game. Oh, oh, all I know is loving you is a losing game. And I want to just note for you, it wasn't just that I'm somebody, and I say this because my platform for the magazine cover isn't just that I overcame injuries. It isn't that I got over this, like the hand injury here, or, the back injuries or the leg injuries. I actually lost my voice at one point and couldn't sing at all because of what was going on, what I was dealing with over the years, especially in the 2010 era. It was really scary, and I got back my entire singing voice and my pelvic muscles. Like I had to have surgeries, people, to deal with damage. I had to find a fantastic surgeon to put me together, and I've had to have more than one in my life and come back from it. So when I go out there and I'm saying, let's be fit and healthy and basically competing to be on the cover of the magazine cover, I'm not out there doing it to say just be hot. I'm talking about resilience and functional fitness and people living their lives and being able to age with grace and dignity and being able to do their ADLs all the way till the end. So that's why I'm doing the competition. And I hope you'll vote for me for it. And I hope you'll keep watching this show. And I'm going to put the link up for it as well with the show comments. Okay. But just keep it in mind. It's May 1st. And the voting will start around 10 o'clock. I think it's Pacific Standard Time. So I hope you'll vote for me and get me on that cover. I'll see you all again in a day. Thank you.